Well, January promises to be a pretty wild ride around the southeast, and it's really going to get started with some active weather on Sunday. This is the severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center for Sunday night. Now, look, there's not a lot of fuel for these storms over Mississippi and Alabama, but they could take advantage of some very strong environmental wind and get up to severe limits, especially the farther west you are, west of Highway 45 over toward Interstate 55 in Mississippi, a better threat of a few severe storms there. And as they move into Alabama, they may no longer be storms, but they're still probably going to be pretty doggone windy. In fact, we've got what's called an impact day up for central Alabama for 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts. I do think there's a threat that some power could be out Sunday evening, Sunday night, with some gusts going over 50 on the ridge tops, up to an inch of rain. And it's a very limited severe weather threat. I do not expect a night anything like last Saturday night or Sunday morning. Here's the timeline on when you can expect the heaviest rain and what few thunderstorms may exist as early as 4 o'clock to as late as 10 o'clock for the strongest winds, heaviest rain over the far western part of the state. For Huntsville, Decatur, Coleman, Jasper, Tuscaloosa, it's about 6 p.m. to midnight. And then to early Monday morning, those showers and few thunderstorms and strong gusty winds will move east of the Birmingham area, and then things start to settle down some, but it's still going to be windy and cold come Monday. In fact, it may be one of the coldest days we've had so far this season on Monday as temperatures continue to plunge from the 60s early Monday morning down toward the 30s in the afternoon. So here's what the wind looks like based on one of our forecast models. Kind of roll through here. You can see that big sharp change from 40 to 50 back down to a more typical windy scenario in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range going through early Monday morning. And then Monday and Tuesday also impact days because it's just going to be so windy and cold. High temperatures are only in the 30s. And then look at this. This is just crazy. 63 in Montgomery at 1 a.m. Monday, 57 in Huntsville. Watch what happens. This is, again, 1 a.m. Monday. By 10 a.m., the feels like is down to 23 in Birmingham and 17 in the Shoals, and it will continue to just sit there in the 30s with a wind chill in the 20s all day long. Then we got to look at this big storm that's working across the Midwest and the plains and then over toward Indianapolis and Columbus, Ohio. On the south end of that, not only will they get some snow, but there could be ice as far south as southern Kentucky and northern middle Tennessee. So that's something to keep an eye out for. In Alabama, the risk of snow is, we'll call it slight at this point. And I think that's more along the lines of, well, we just don't know exactly when and where yet, so we can't give it a moderate or a high for any one given county. This comes from the CPC, which is part of NOAA. They're looking at heavy snow, which heavy snow by our standards would be about 2 inches. Probably not the heaviest thing you're ever going to see. But the deal here is that it's so cold leading up to that, late next week, next weekend, that any little bit could cause some real problems. So we will keep a very close eye on it and, of course, keep you posted.